Hey there, I'm Gracie
And
and
this is Ariba
we
Khan.
welcome you to our YouTube channel. We make videos on women empowerment, lifestyle, entertainment, etc. So if you like watching videos like these, then stay tuned with us, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn your notifications on so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. And without any further ado, let's get into today's video. A woman's menstrual cycle is often linked to her emotional well being. Many also believe that one should avoid exercising during periods. If I were to take my example, I started exercising during the quarantine period, when everybody wanted to become fit and healthy because we didn't have anything to do as such. Yeah, it was kind of a glow up challenge or something. I don't know. Anyways, but I used to stop exercising or take break of about 4 to 6 days from exercising during my periods because I used to think that exercising during my period is not good for my health. It's just damaging my health, or it's not good. So this video is all about understanding and answering the claim of how far avoiding exercising during your periods is true. To understand the relationship between exercise and a woman's menstruation cycle, we need to understand how different fitness levels respond to periods. To make it simple, let's divide it into three levels. Number one, too little fitness. You can count yourself in this group if you experience long and painful menstruation cycles. And not to forget, irregular too. Number two, moderate fitness. You can count yourself in this group if you tend to experience short and less extreme menstruation cycle. The key word here is regular. It's simple. A moderate level of fitness leads to moderate level of menstruation flow. 45 minutes to 1 hour of any exercise, for example, cardiovascular exercises, resistance training, pilates, dance, yoga, or stretching, performed more than thrice a week can help you gain the moderate fitness level. Number 3, too much fitness. Women who tend to take part in bodybuilding and perform extreme fitness exercises could suffer from a temporary cessation of menstruation. That means that they may suffer from irregular periods.
There are some advantages of exercising during your periods. The sweat released during a workout removes water from your body, including the water in your belly that you feel as part of your period bloat. So say bye bye to bloatedness. Exercise promotes release of endorphins. These happy hormones may distract you from period discomfort you are feeling while also combating the moodiness sometimes which is associated with your periods. The movement also helps combat sensation of fatigue and exhaustion associated with your periods and in general. Question number 1. Does my menstrual cycle affect my ability to exercise? Answer: no. Researchers have not been able to find any differences during the menstrual cycle in a woman's ability to exercise. The only significant finding was for endurance events or long sport events like marathons. In endurance events, women who had already ovulated but not started their period yet had a harder time exercising during a hot and humid weather. Question number 2. Does my energy level changes during my period? Answer: it might. Some women report low energy levels during their periods, while other women have more energy than usual during this time. Changing hormone levels through the menstrual cycle may be the cause. Try keeping a fitness journal to track your menstrual cycle and your energy level during each workout. After a few months, you should be able to see when you have more or less energy during your cycle.
Chances are you can stick to your normal workout routine while you're on your period. So, really, there's no list of exercises to avoid entirely. Not all periods are created the same. If you are particularly sluggish and crampy, then don't force yourself to make it through a Ninja Warrior workout. It will exhaust you further and possibly worsen the cramps and muscle soreness. Number 1. Eat the right foods. You should avoid eating too much salt. And how do you know if your diet is too high in salt or not? We have the answer. The American Heart Association recommends limiting your daily intake of salt to not more than 2,300 milligrams. Also, the processed foods contain a lot of salt in them, so don't eat that. Instead, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, plus protein, nuts, seeds, and
Hydrate yourself. Drink up, girls, cause hydrating yourself is the easiest way to keep your period pain at bay. Water is even more essential during periods, especially when you are losing blood. It will help you fight water retention as well as reduce your pain. Sip on that herbal tea. Sipping on a herbal tea is the best way to help soothe your muscles. Chamomile, green, or ginger tea can relieve abdominal muscles and make you feel better. They even encourage relaxation. If you have irregular or missed periods, it is recommended that you talk to your doctor. A regular period is a sign of good health. These period problems can lead to more serious health issues, including problems in getting pregnant and loss of bone density. This brings us to the end of this video. So the bottom line is this. Exercising regularly is not only beneficial for your body but also for your mind. There is no scientific research that you should skip on your workout during your periods. In fact, there are evidence that exercising can be helpful during this time. Continue with exercise, back off on the intensity, especially if you are feeling fatigued. Vary your workouts, take extra time to recover, and honor what you are capable of.